Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have an amazing day so far. So ignore what I look like. It is currently 10 to 10 at night and it is Wednesday the 23rd of August. If you don't know what that means, it means results day. GCSE results day is tomorrow. As you've seen, I did my GCSEs this year. I have 4 videos from the 4 weeks. So if you are interested in seeing what the process throughout GCSEs looks like, go ahead and watch those videos. But these are my results. Let's hope I can actually post this video. I don't know what I'm feeling. I've been out all day today shopping in Manchester, so I've been quite distracted, so I haven't really been sat thinking about my results. But I feel like in the morning it's just gonna hit me. Like, I have no idea how I've done. Like, I couldn't tell you. All I can say is that I struggle with a few subjects, but I actually haven't ever failed anything. I feel like I've just jinxed myself. I shouldn't have said that. It's the fact that I don't know how I've done. Like, I should know, or I should have an idea, but I actually have no idea. Obviously you can be confident in certain subjects and not confident in others, but I have no idea. I'll speak more on like predicted grades and mock grades and stuff after I've got my results tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm actually getting my GCSE results tomorrow. I think the grade boundaries come out at like 8 AM tomorrow, but I'm not allowed to go and pick my results up until 9. That's when our school gates open. I'm going to meet my friends before. I don't know if to open my results when I'm in like the school hall, when everyone like gets them and stuff, or if to like wait until I get in the car. I think I'll just see what my friends do. I kind of want to do it in there. I just want to say as well, before like any of the actual results or anything come out, it is GCSEs. It's not the end of the world if you don't do well, and this is coming from someone who doesn't know their results yet. Most people say this after they've got 9s and everything, and it really like stresses me out because they say that when they're happy, or they say that when they're sad. Just truly, it doesn't matter. There's always a way, you know? If you're watching this and you're about to do your exams, or you've just finished your exams, or you're about to get your result, it's okay. You've done great. You've done the best you could in that time, and you can't change anything now. Once you've done the exam, you can't change anything, so there's no point getting worked up. Good luck to anyone getting their exams and watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the morning.
She's 3, so she might go for it. She's going to mature. Is she?
Back from school now. I have got my results and we will get onto that in a bit, but I just want to like tell you more about like my subjects and stuff. So I'm just going to go through the list of what subjects I do, what tier I do in that subject, and what exam board I do in that subject, just so you know. Obviously you can compare your results to mine if you really want to. And I also want to let you know about mock/prelim results that I got in the past, so you can see the difference and how I've improved, how I've got worse and stuff like that. It is 2023. I do English, literature and language, obviously, which is a core subject, and then another core is maths and science. So science, I do a combined science, and then obviously maths is normal. Maths and science, I do both higher tier. I'll get onto that in more depth later on. And my 4 options are drama, history, business studies and a BTEC sport. So my BTEC sport obviously is classed totally different. It's in like the merit distinction pass range. It's not graded like a normal exam would be. So in English, I do WIGEC/EDUCAS. It's like the Welsh exam board, but obviously it's made English. I do AQA, science, maths and history. If you see me looking down, it's because I've got some notes and stuff, just so I remember and make sure I tell you everything that I can. And then in drama, I do OCR, and business studies is EdXL. So I do the whole range. I do literally every exam board possible, along with the BTEC, which is crazy and a lot to keep up with. And as I mentioned, I do higher paper in science and math. So my school does mocks/prelims, we call them either or, and we do them at the end of year 10, which are classed as important ones. We do and more sets of important ones at like the start of year 11, and then we do some towards the start of our GCSEs, so like March time. I'm gonna go through what I got in my most recent mocks. In English language I got a 7 in my most recent set of marks, and then literature I got a 6, which is a huge improvement because at the start of year 11 I actually got 4s in English, so I'd gone up a lot. In maths I got a 5, which I had gone down because I did previously get a 6. In science it became quite a worry for the teachers because I went from a 5-4 to 4-4, which you might think isn't a dramatic change, but for someone on a higher paper and in a high up like top set class I should be getting better than that, and they did question whether I should be on higher paper or foundation, but in the end I chose to just stick with higher paper. I'd always done a higher paper, I knew what the questions were like, so I was like, I might as well just try it. What's the worst that can happen? And then in business studies I got a 5. I was happy with because I really didn't enjoy business at all, but I had gone down dramatically since year 10. In drama I did get a 7, which was a bit abnormal for me because I had been getting 8, but a 7's still a great grade and I was really happy with it. And then history I got a 5. The whole time throughout year 10 and 11 my worst subjects were science, and I never really did great in history, but I actually didn't mind the subject. I quite enjoyed the lessons and stuff. So yeah, that was my prelim results. This morning I found out my real results. Some of them have gone up and some of them have stayed the same and some of them have gone down. So I'm gonna go through my actual real GCSE result. I opened the paper and I was expecting science to be on the top because that's what I'd been told. So I opened it and it was folded like this, and on top I could see, and it was my BTEC. So I was quite confused with my BTEC because I didn't know what it meant. It says star 2 and I was like, sir, I'm quite confused, I don't really get what this is. And it is the highest you can get, which I was really happy with. So in BTEC Sport I got a distinction 2, D2, distinction star. I'm not really sure how it's said, but I just know I got as high as I possibly could, which is amazing. And then sticking on like the high that I was on, I went down to science, and as I said, I really struggled with science and I got a 4-4 and people were getting quite worried about like what I was going to get and stuff like this. And I was expecting to fail science. Like in my head I was failing science, and I actually, not in this way, but I did get roundaboutly told by a teacher that I was not expected to pass with the way that the grade boundaries were expected to be. But I did loads of revision, I actually really put effort into science, and I ended up coming out with a 6-5, which I was really happy with. Because it's combined, you get 2 grades, and it can either be the 2 of the same number or 1 above, like 6-5 or 5-5. The 6-5 really means 5.5, if that makes sense, but there's a 6 in there, so I'm happy with that. And then moving on to business, I was really quite disappointed when I saw this, but after the exam I really didn't think I was going to pass business. So in year 10 I actually got a grade 8 in business, and then I slowly was going down, and me and my teacher didn't get along. I didn't learn anything from her. I was really not enjoying myself, and I was starting to not like the subject. And when I did the first exam I was like, this is not good. Business is just, if you go back and watch my GCSE videos you'll see that the business exams didn't go well, so I wasn't expecting to do well, and I didn't do well, but a grade 4 is a pass, and I'm still happy with that really, considering how bad the exams went, or I thought they went. And then history is my next one. I also got a 4 in history, which I'm quite disappointed with. I have been looking at the grade boundaries and I was 2 marks away from getting a grade 5, which is really annoying, but I'm not getting it remarked. It's history, I don't need history, and I'm fine with a 4. It's the best I could do apparently at the time. And then in maths I got a 5, which I'm happy with. My target was a 6, but I'd been getting 5s and 6s on and off, so a 5 is fine as well. English language I got a 5, which it's the one on there that's really sticking out to me that I'm quite disappointed with. And then if you look over to the mark, in English language you also do a speaking exam, which isn't in exam season, it's just like before. And we did a speaking exam. I got a merit. I've always done better in English language than English literature, but this time apparently not. In English literature I got a grade 6, which I was really happy with, because English literature I've been on and off with. Like, some of the books I hated, like the History Boys, I really enjoyed, but Jane Eyre, I hated it, and Romeo and Juliet was kind of in between. I didn't love it and I didn't hate it. So I'm actually really happy with English literature, but it's just language I'm a bit, but there's nothing I can do. And last but not least, I have my drama exam. So my drama exam went good. I didn't think after the exam that I'd done bad, but I didn't think I'd done amazingly good. There is percentage for practical work, so we did Lord of the Flies and our devised piece. So our devised piece we did in year 10, and along with that you write a logbook and stuff like that. If you don't do drama, it's going to get quite confusing, but we had to do that in year 10, and then we finished that, sent it off and to get marked and stuff. And then in year 11 we had to do a set script and then act it out, and then we had to write answers to questions about Lord of the Flies, and they'd get sent off and get marked too. So that's all of that mixed together is a percentage, and then on top of that you got the actual exam, which is like an hour and 30 minutes. And in that there's two sections. There's a section where you talk about a certain play, so ours was Blood Brothers, and then there's another section where you talk about another play that you've been to see and watch. So we watched Taming of the Shrew, and that's what section B. It's fine if you don't understand, just know that I got an 8. But after further inspection, if I am looking at it right, I got 2 marks away from a grade 9. But I'm not 100% that that's how it works, because obviously there's the percentage of the other things. And I didn't go into depth with any of my teachers. If there's one tip you can take from this video, speak to your teachers on results day. So I know I've been rambling on for absolutely ages. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Good luck to anyone who's getting their results soon, and well done to everyone who got their results, no matter what you got. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.